to speak. Sorry.
Well, I'll take a few minutes longer than the Deputy Mayor did to perhaps end up in the same place, but because my trouble, Madam Speaker, with this is I have a couple of problems with it. I first of all just don't think we should be looking for occasions at all to be in the loan business, because we're not in the loan business. I mean, we are in the government business, but I mean, I'm very, very mindful of the fact that it would be extremely desirable for all the people, I think it's 34,000, to have those pipes, the private parts of the pipes replaced, and for that matter to have the public parts completed as well. You could tell from the questions, I presume, that I asked of Mr. DiGeronimo that I don't think the administrative simplicity, and I've taken the trouble in the last half hour to talk to all of the senior staff about this and sort of say, is it really as simple with all those different inquiries? And I gather while we were out of the room, somebody even said we now add a means test to that. I just don't believe it. Unfortunately, I guess, I come from the school that sort of says I'm doubtful anytime that I hear the government saying, any government saying, or any big organization, I'll extend it to that, saying, don't worry, it's simple, we'll just add 2 boxes to a form and it'll get ticked off and we don't need any extra staff. It just never turns out that way. And I guess if I thought, well, even the staff's own projections were saying to us, this was going to make huge progress on solving this problem meaning the 34,000 people that are left, I would feel better about it and saying, well, maybe we could take a try at it. But the projections right in here on which are part of this, the sort of the sales pitch to us is it's going to be 500 people a year. And if I'm doing my math correctly, at 500 people a year with 34,000 people left to deal with, that means it's going to take 68 years. Am I right in that? It's going to take a long time to deal with this. And, I just have, and I'm going to speak later on about these loans we're writing off, and they're different and they're much bigger orders of magnitude and all the rest. But we do these things because they sound like a nice answer to solving what is a very legitimate concern on the side of public health, and we sort of say, don't worry about the administration, it's all fine. And I read out earlier on, I put the report somewhere now, but I read out, all the different things that have to be done. And everybody's saying it's simple and don't worry, it's 2 boxes on a form and all this sort of thing. And I have trouble buying it because I've just seen too many fiascos, come out of this place and other governments, not just here. You have to apply for the loan in the form prescribed by the city. By the way, I mean, the craziest part of this, in a way, back to Deputy Mayor Menon Wong's point is, you have to actually do this work and have it financed before you can apply for the loan. So you have to do the work and spend the money. So that means, where are people going to get the money to do that? I mean, I guess they could put it on their credit card, but many of them are going to say, if they need to borrow money from us, that their credit cards are already maxed out. And if it's a hassle to go to the bank, where are they going to get the $2,000? Let's pick that number, $1,500. Pick a number, any number you like. But they have to do the work and pay for it before they can come and apply for the loan, because they have to, with the loan application, show us they've done the work already. And, so I go through all these things. They have to enroll in the property tax plan. We have to confirm they have no outstanding payments. And it was said earlier on, and I trust your answer that, we just do that already and it's a simple tick of a box. But I just look at a list like this on this page right here and say to myself, this is a prescription in a big organization, especially government, for trouble. And I made the point earlier on, if there's people that are just, that they could do this with no addition of extra staff, they must have some spare time, and that troubles me too, because I'm not saying we want to make people work harder, but at the end of the day I'm saying, well, they certainly should have a very full day already, that they can't just take on a list of hundreds of applications with a long list of stuff like this. So I wish what we could do, and I know, look, the one thing I don't have the advantage of having is having listened to this being debated 17 times over the last number of years, and I regret that, because it means it does seem impossible. Because what I would do is say, look, we didn't offer the thought today of, Councillor Davis told me there was a mandatory bylaw in place in some places where you just say you have to do it. And then you switch over to where Deputy Mayor Menon Wong was, you have to do it, you find a way to do it. You borrow the money from your family, you borrow the money from your bank, you take it out of your savings, I mean, whatever. But it's a law. It says you have to do it. I didn't see any examination of that process here. I didn't see any examination of the process of a rebate. Mr. DiGeronimo, to be fair, kind of says he thinks in the end that would actually end up costing more and being worse, and you still have to go out and verify that people did the work. I accept that. But there's no examination of this, and I wish in some respects we could sort of, and I know a lot of time has been put into this. I feel badly about it because it does not sit properly with me. And that we should be in the loan business. We're not a bank. And I don't think we should try to become a bank, but we do have a health problem to address. And I don't think just even frankly supporting Councillor Robinson's motion is going to solve that problem today either. I don't think either of these do, quite frankly. And so you're left sort of saying neither of these things really solve the problem, which is lead in pipes. So.
Okay, next is Councillor Davis's motion 2A. Recorded vote.
Councillor Cho, please. Councillor Perruzza. Councillor DiGiorgio, please, and thank you.
The motion does not carry. The vote is 12 to 23.
2B is redundant. Okay, that's it.